Free to
The
use.
pumpkin patch
Gameplay
that
for
grew too
your
much.
TikToks.
Just
Every
download
October,
the video.
the old Miller farm down the road transforms into Miller's Marvelous Pumpkin Patch. It's a local tradition. This year, though, the pumpkins are different, and they're growing too fast. Miller's Marvelous Pumpkin Patch has been a staple of our small, sleepy town for as long as anyone can remember. Every October 1st, Old Man Miller, a perpetually grinning, overall-clad farmer with a laugh like a rusty gate, would open his gates. Kids would swarm in, parents would take photos, and everyone would leave with the perfect pumpkin for their porch. It was wholesome, predictable, and frankly, a little boring. Until this year, October 1st rolled around, and the usual flurry of excited families was notably absent. I drove past the farm on my way to work, and something felt off. The pumpkins, usually neat rows of bright orange orbs, were already enormous, like unsettlingly huge. And they weren't just orange. There were deep, bruised purples, sickly greens, and even some that looked almost black. Must be a new breed, I mumbled to myself, shrugging it off. But then the stories started. Mrs. Gable, a sweet old lady who lives next door to the patch, called me in a panic. "They're growing, dear." At night, I swear I marked one with chalk, and by morning, it was twice the size. I tried to reassure her. "Must be your eyes playing tricks, Mrs. Gable." But a knot of unease had started to form in my stomach. Later that week, my own neighbor, Tom, brought over a pumpkin he'd bought from Miller's. It was one of the purple ones. "Looks cool, right?" he said, beaming. "Got it for half price. They're practically giving them away." That night, I was woken by a strange thumping sound. Thump, thump, thump. It was coming from Tom's porch. I peeked through my blinds. Tom's purple pumpkin was indeed larger, noticeably so, and it seemed to be pulsing. A faint, sickly purple light was emanating from beneath it, like something was alive inside. The next morning, the pumpkin was truly colossal. It had spilled off Tom's porch and was now halfway down his lawn. The skin was taut, almost leathery, and I could swear I saw faint veins beneath the surface. And Tom? He was still asleep, his front door slightly ajar. I knocked, but no answer. That evening, the first missing person report came in. A young couple who had gone to Miller's for a unique pumpkin. Then another, and another. The town sheriff finally decided to pay Man Miller a visit. He returned an hour later, looking pale and shaken. Miller says he planted some special seeds this year. Said they needed a good, rich soil to really thrive. He wouldn't elaborate. He just told everyone to stay away from the farm. But the pumpkins didn't stay on the farm. They started popping up everywhere. In people's yards, in the town square, even in the middle of the main road. They were still growing, stretching, their strange colors glowing faintly in the dim evening light. Their rinds had a texture that wasn't quite plant, not quite animal. Some of them now had crude, jagged splits that looked like mouths, lined with what could only be described as hardened, fibrous teeth. Last night, I woke to a scraping sound at my window. My bedroom is on the second floor. I looked out. Below, a massive black pumpkin, easily 10 feet in diameter, was slowly rolling itself up my front lawn. And then I saw them. Small, pale,
Free to
tendril-like
use.
roots extending
Gameplay
from
for
its base,
your TikToks.
digging into the
Just
earth,
download the
pulling it
video.
forward. It stopped right under my window. One of the grotesque, teeth-lined splits opened wide, revealing an empty, cavernous maw. And then, from inside that darkness, I heard it. A faint, gurgling sound. It sounded like Tom calling for help. I'm packing my bag now. The sun is just starting to rise, casting long, eerie shadows from the swollen, multicolored orbs that litter our streets. The news is reporting more disappearances. I don't know what Miller planted, but I know what it needs to grow. And I know it's harvest season. Happy Halloween.